Today is such a nice day that usually I'd be by the pool. And I definitely was by the pool for a good 30 minutes. We didn't go by the pool today. But we still got to work today. It's like a normal work day for me. So, we just make it where we could come in the office when nobody's in here. Whoop-de-whoop. Set it up, real safe. And then we still shooting. Look, check it out. Then I'm still shooting, but no real camera crew. See? Real safe. Those are movie cameras out there. Real lights. Real TV studio. What's the difference between my movie studio and a corporate movie studio is they're not working right now. Everyone's working from their crib. You know why? Because corporate, none of them own anything. They can't make no rules. They can't make no decisions. They can't say come to work or 3 people come to work. They can't go get a check. No one will cut it to them right now. But when you're independent, you can move how you want to move, what's best for you. And you don't have to wait for somebody to tell you what to do. So this is a prime example of what I was talking about, of how important it is to be able to dictate your own destiny, to be independent. And also, while you're independent, you still could take care of other people. Other people are still working. So Nicolette is kind of tired from working, where everyone else is relaxing. Our output game has really stepped up. Now, I want to say big shout out to anyone that's been affected by this. I've personally been affected by this. Anyone who's fighting for people that aren't sick, rather that who aren't sick are fighting for people that are. But also for those that are taking advantage and appreciating the fact that they're healthy, that there's opportunities out there that are safe. And a big shout out to everyone that's trying to figure it out. Now, again, my whole agenda of even going on live is only to motivate, say something that will be productive in your life that you could apply. And I guarantee you that it will yield. And I'm not advising y'all to do something that I'm not doing. I'm outside working, and you're going to notice my content game is going to be crazy. We've been doing screenings. I did a screening with the Bishop Yacht Squad. Did a screening with Senator Eddie Milton. Doing a screening today with Do It All for OG Stories with Calvin Klein. Almost finished editing the 2nd episode of Dress to Kill. Shooting comedy. I'm going to give you our new episode of Memphis Will and Tory Hart comedy today. Healing is Gangster. The whole season just got released, so we put out an episode of that. We started a short film festival, so check in with my brother or DDS Short Films at Gmail, right? Announced another movie I'm doing with Noah Ashman. I don't know if y'all read about it in page 6. So, you're going to notice who's a real general. This is the only time a real general can shine, when there's a war. And this is a war. So if you're sitting down, you're a soldier, waiting for a general to tell you what to do. And you can choose to be a general or choose to be a soldier. I choose general. I choose to do the telling. And that comes with action and fighting, and not physical fighting, not even really emotional fight, just effort, doing the stuff that no one else will do, being up when no one else will, working out when nobody else will, reading when nobody else will, shooting when nobody else will, editing when nobody else will or can. So, while everyone's frozen, all these so-called generals, now they're sitting like soldiers. I'm going to be moving in this war, generaling up, providing opportunity for others, not even just myself. It ain't just me in here working. There's people in here, but it's just enough people where it's safe in this room. And none of my content is bubblegum. All my shit is A1 pure, and you can compare it to anything that's out there. And I feel really, really proud of that. I'm proud that if E1 and We Channel don't want to put out my I put out my period. And everyone should look at it like that. If they won't let you, should never be even in the equation for us. If they don't see eye to eye, then you have to have your other outlets that you create on your own. No one should be able to control. Like, could you imagine if people could control whether I got heard or seen? You know how much they've been trying to control that? But it will not happen. And the thing is, I'm not mad at other people's systems. That's their systems. They set it up so it's good for them. That makes logical sense. So I'm going to set up my system. And I'll set it up so it's good for me and not good for them. But that takes, some effort. You can't just walk into it. It's the difference between walking into a house that's already built and, and turnkey. You walk in and but you pay over market. Or building a house. It's cheaper in the long run. It's harder work, though. But you get exactly what you want. And I prefer that one. And then also it doesn't make sense to be all staffed up, have a bunch of people working. That's the reason why I'm all right, because I never had a lot of staff. I have the minimal amount of staff because I got to pay them. So right now, when this comes down, I ain't got to fire a bunch of people. I don't have a bunch of people to fire. You know what I'm saying? Period. How could you put content on my channel? Send it to, if it's good, DM it and check it out on Dame Dash Studios. And wait till you see the other episodes of OG Stories and the other episodes of Event of My Demise and all the other things that we have planned, So it's important that you stay healthy right now as well. So if you notice, I make sure my diabetes game is right. Being in control is very important because if you're not in control, you're more susceptible to infection. I actually, I'm giving away a 1-drop. I think Rocky already chose the winner. We caught someone on the DM. They gave us good, compelling stories. And we're going to teach you how to control your diabetes, cook. Right now, it's in your best interest to eat right. What people understand is meat, and it breaks your immune system down. Mucus, all that milk and cheese, that makes all that disease travel in your body all crazy. You got to dry that up. So that's why we do Health is Wealth. Raquel's releasing what she did with tofu scramble, and that shit is butters off the hook. When did I find out I was diabetic? When I was 15. That story is crazy because I started losing weight, going to the bathroom, lost my appetite. So I thought I had, it was back then. I thought I had the monster. So I thought I was gonna die. I was scared to go to the hospital to get. That was my man OG Ryder. I'm doing a talk with him a little later. You should check in. What was we talking about?
Tofu scramble.
Oh, the tofu scramble. Yeah, we got a tofu scramble. Oh yeah. So then I thought I had the monster. And I was talking about being diabetic. I thought I had the monster, and finally I was feeling so bad. I went to the hospital, and the doctor came back and was like, "Yo, you diabetic?" I was like, "Yes." All I got to do is stick a needle in my leg. And I've been diabetic ever since. But the perspective it gave me was to be happy to be diabetic. I was happy that I had another chance. I appreciated that I didn't have something way worse. I appreciated that I could feel better. Like when you don't feel good for like a month, you be like, I'll do anything to feel better again. Anything. I remember when I felt good out. So I think it was almost a good thing for me because once I found out I could live, I was like, I'm going to live to life to death. And that's just been my mantra. You feel me? So, that's what it's been. Damn, type 1 since you've been 8. How old are you now? What's up, Kimberly? Do you think it would change? What would take my image? Pre-diabetic means you need to get in shape. And that just means go vegan. I think if you go vegan, see, I'm type 1. So type 1 means my pancreas doesn't produce any insulin. Type 2 is when your pancreas isn't producing enough insulin, or you're eating too many carbs and your pancreas doesn't produce enough insulin to cover it. And that usually means you're not eating the right stuff or you're not in shape. You know what I mean? So also we have Nicolette's single. We just mixed her single with Divine, and video that's gonna come out. And then I got a video with Charlie and young Charlie and Nicolette coming out soon. So also, and then I'm gonna give y'all an album. I'm gonna give y'all some music too. I'm gonna do some music. Everything. I'm gonna just I put it like this. Every week I should give you 2 or 3 different new things, period. That's my word. That's my Get Money from the House challenge. And I made a conscious effort to say to myself, every single day of this quarantine, I'm revving it up. Every day. I'm not sitting still. You know why? Because I know everybody else is sitting still. So when everybody's sitting still, that's the time you got to rev it up. When everybody's weak and you strong, that's when you move on it. So I'm making moves on it. You feel me? And y'all gonna watch my moves. You're gonna see my moves. And it's all been chess. Everything that's happening now didn't happen overnight. I set it up for years. Now, I didn't know there was gonna be a pandemic, but I did know it was important to figure out how to get money from your crib. Because I didn't want to be outside every day. That was the thing. You know why I figured this out? Because I was like, how do I make money years ago without having to see anybody? Because everybody gets on my nerves. I promise you. And then once I saw the internet, I was like, damn, I could talk to all these people. I ain't got to go through a network. I don't have to go through cable. So I started doing that. And then I was like, this shit is great. And then I didn't come out fly for like 10 years. I said, let me try this out. Next time I came outside, I had gray hair, platinum hair. You know what I'm saying? It's funny. So we deal with the comedy. We deal with the gangster shit. We deal with the health stuff. We deal with the politics. We deal with the music. We deal with everything, but it's from a perspective and a point of view. We get the education going. Also, I got the hip hop motivator. We got that coming out. There's interviews out. I'm revving it up. I'm gonna walk it like I talk it. And this week or next week, we're gonna launch the short film division. And I got some fire short films. My cousin Darren connected me with this other cat, and he gets busy with the films. Word. I ain't gonna lie, he can shoot. So we're gonna be watching those, doing screenings. I'm gonna keep us doing events. I'm gonna keep us entertained. I'm gonna keep us educated. I'm gonna keep us occupied. I'm gonna keep us evolving. And that's the only purpose of being on my live. It's only to get better. Or at least watch me try to make myself better. So every day I'm trying to make myself better. I'm trying to make myself company better. I'm trying to make my company better. I'm trying to get my body together. I'm trying to get my health together. I'm trying to get my diabetes together. Now is the time to get it together. You feel me? And then for like-minded people to get together and get it together. You feel me? For real. So we're going to see who's a real general now. We're going to see who's really bossed up. We're going to really see who could move in the war. Because if you can't move in this war, when it's over, do not pretend you're a general. Just be like, yo, I'm a soldier. You saw I acted in the war. I know I was popping mad before the war. But once the war happened, I couldn't do shit, so I sat down. I was bluffing. That's what they should say. But if you making moves, if you do, not outside being stupid, that's done. If you being reckless, it's silly to bring something back to your family. That makes no sense. And it's irresponsible. But, if you're doing it in a safe way, and you can do it in a safe way, this is what I do, right? You see this shit here? I just be writing shit on the whiteboard all day. Bong, 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 bong. All that. It's a whiteboard thing. Because I forget shit. And I'm insane. Because I'm always thinking about doing shit. Here's where I be doing my fashion, my little fashion room. See this here? Oh, y'all not ready. Dresses and shit. All that. Nikki, that's see Nicholas, her list. All that. Billy Carson, Blue Rock Night Drive, all that. All that. You know, I'm not just thinking about it. I got to put that shit on paper or put it on the wall. I got to look at that shit. I'm a very visual person. You know, you think the reason why I got the name on all the walls is because I be forgetting. No, that's not why. It's branding. You know, it's what they do. See, Blue Rock. See, I'm proud of that. You know, look, DDTV. You know, it's important for me to bring my children down here so they can see this. You know, when they see posters, they see daddy in the posters. You feel me? Executive producer. That one went through the theater, see? Lionsgate. You know? Then we got our own. We went to Jamaica. You know? Real. You know, we got our own TV, own movie posters. Oh, okay, look. You want to see what we edit? All right. This is where we edit. Mom, no editors in there. This is where the TV network beams out. This is another edit. Look at this. Look at this computer. This shit got a gas tank. Look at that shit. That's to cool it off, though. That's to cool it off. But anyway, my point is, you know, this is the things that make me happy, that get me excited. Being in my own business, in my own building, not an office. You know, and my purpose of talking this is to motivate y'all, because y'all can have it. I built this from scratch. No investors or nothing. You know? And then on deck, got the Dusco Blue, got the vodka. Look, people doing applause and shit. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, so this pandemic thing has brought out a lot of conspiracy theorists out. You know, like I was talking with my buddy, he's like a big time conspiracy theorist, and he was saying some like a lot of crazy.
See, comedy. So while I'm going live, don't think nothing's going on. My block is clicking. You know, I didn't have to come in. I just wanted to make sure it was all right. Drop off some socks and shit like that. You know, get some hard drives together. Then go home and watch some certain things. Got footage to watch. Got shit to do. So basically, I'm revving it up. So I hope this inspires you to rev it up. You know what I'm saying? Inspires you to go design something, go make something, shoot something, get on live, connect with your consumer. You know, there's so many different things you could be doing instead of just, you know, sitting around worrying or trying to blame other people for the reasons why you're not doing nothing, or just sitting around distracted, you know, looking at shit that doesn't do nothing for you. And that's not what you should be doing. You should be focused. You know, entertainment is cool, but that's just an escape. If you're looking at something, it should be teaching you something. So when you go on my network, you're going to learn something. In every single thing, I find the light in the dark. I'm not making content to distract us, to make us want to live vicariously through other people. The content I'm making is making people want to go out and be stronger. You know, go out and be generals. You know, I don't see any of these people that supposedly cutting checks when the pandemic is going around. They ain't cutting no checks right now. They can't cut a check in the war. You know why? It ain't their money to cut. They stunting. They fronting. They hummer stunting. That's what they doing. Somebody said how much is the camera? Depends on the camera. But if you got a good camera, you got a bad lens, it doesn't matter. If you got a good lens, you ain't got no lights. You know, you got to know how to do this. But directing is an art. It's not the easiest thing. It's not the hardest thing. If you don't love it, then you won't enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely a serious creative process. And that's another thing is I'm an artist. I'm a businessman, but I'm going to write it. I'm going to direct it. I'll act in it. I'll pay for it. I'll distribute it. I'll package it up. You know, all of that is an art. That's an art form. I just could do it behind the camera, pause, and in front of the camera. And that's another thing is if you really want to be about your business, even if you're an entertainer or a creative, you got to understand the business, you know, because then someone else is going to control your business. You don't want nobody else controlling your business. You don't want nobody telling you you don't know what they're talking about and you're just happy to get a check. You know, you want to know if somebody's doing their job. So that's the reason why when I started to do new business, I do every job. I'm dead ass. I'm going to run the cash register. I'm going to do everything just so I know and make sure I know what it takes to do it. And I know when somebody's trying to rob me and make me pay for something that I shouldn't be paying for. You know? Now, a lot of people don't understand those kind of concerns. What do you mean you have to pay people? Yeah, I got to pay people. Nobody's in here for free. Nobody's in here hanging out. You know, it was funny that dude Adam 22 said I got yes men around me. Ain't nobody in this motherfucker a yes man. They work for me. If you don't say yes, you get fired. You know, that's the purpose of paying people. So you don't have to convince them. You understand what I'm saying? So what comes with being a boss is paying people. Paying people even when you don't make money. You know, the real bosses out there are still paying their employees even though they're not working. Now that's a boss. And I know I know a couple of people, I don't want to talk their business, but they got offices around the world and they got people that they got to employ and they love the people they work with and they still paying them. And they independent. I don't think corporate's doing that. You know, I don't think corporate's doing that. So at the end of the day, government is cool, but it's for people that are dependent on the government. This is not for that. This is not that Instagram live. This is for people that don't want to be dependent on the government, want to be dependent on themselves, want to be their own government. So when I'm in here, I'm the mayor, I'm the governor, I'm the president, I'm everything. I'm chairman. It's mine. I could tell everyone to leave if I feel like it legally by right. It's mine. Nobody could violate, you know. I have the right to defend this spot, my kingdom, you know. I don't care if you're the governor or the mayor. You're not coming in here. If I say you got to take your shoes off, you better take them shits off or else you can't come in if that's what I choose to say when it's mine. And that's the advantage of having yours. You know, you do what you want, not what they want. You don't have to fit in. You could do, like, I could smoke them. I could do whatever I want in my joint. I could open up when I want. I could close up when I want. I could come in when I want. I could click the block clicks all night because I want. And it's all about what I want. So when you have and you own and it's yours, it's not about what they want. It's not about making people happy. It's not about fitting in or networking or any of that shit. All that networking is for when you're trying to get a piece of something that's not yours. You don't have to network when you already got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I gotta meet you for? I'm cutting a check. I'm looking to cut a check. I'm looking to make a check, but not I don't want to give in the check. I want to earn a check. And that means I'm gonna get something good, bottle it up and sell it. Period. Just like work. Same principles. You know? This is my block. That's how I look at it. My spot, my block is legal, and my block clicks. And everybody should have their own block. And it's funny because when people be on the street, they be like, that's my block. They don't own that block. You know, you can't have ownership to a block that's not yours. You got to buy that block to really own it and say it's yours and fight for it or pay for it. You know what I mean? But in here, it's my content. These my cameras. That's my big ass screen. You can't be on that if I say I don't want you on it. You know, you can't be in there, you know, period. So that's the reason why it's important. That freedom is priceless. You don't understand what that feels like if you've never had it. But I don't understand what it doesn't feel like. I couldn't even imagine somebody telling me what to do or how to act or when to come in or when not to come in. I couldn't do it. I have to go out there and sell some shit on my own before that, you know? And look, I mean, it would have to be a very severe check, and I have to see that. It'd have to be a bigger check than me doing it. I mean, a real big check, but I still don't think I could do it. You think I could do that? Like, have a boss?
No.
That would be crazy, right? Could you imagine? Like, I got to go to work at 9 o'clock.
No.
No one even wants to see that. Nobody would even want to see that shit, man. You know? Really. I'm a huge fan of y'all. I'm a huge fan of anyone that plays the game right. Anybody that, you know, leads with honor, respects people, loves others before they love themselves. This shit is funny. It's funny because sometimes I do things for people, right? And they really can't believe that it's like, I'm just doing it. Like, nah. They think, I'm like, what are you talking about? I know you're not used to a guy like me being able to say, just go ahead and do it. You know, I don't make motherfuckers sit in the lobby, you know, or wait 2 months after. I'm like, well, let's do it now. Let's do it. Let's get it out. I'm about that action. I like action. I don't like all that talk. I be talking, but I give you that action. If you're going to talk, you got to have action with it. If you're talking with no action, that's called overcompensation. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand if I'm just sitting here talking doing nothing, I could dig it. but I'm talking while I'm doing something. Shit is being, filmed while I'm doing something. You know what I'm saying? Period. And nobody's getting hurt. I ain't bothering nobody. I'm minding my own business. Nobody needs to be mad. It's your option to come here. I'm not making anybody come here. And it's funny how many people do come here and then act like I own something or say I did something wrong. Like, you came here to me. What the fuck you mean? Like, you can't tell me how to act in my house. You came here to get a different experience. For real. I don't charge for the info. I don't think so. I think it's cool to I wish somebody would have told me. And I don't know why nobody tells me. You know what I mean? You go in the car?
Yeah.
You can bring the weed? It's in the back seat. It's in the back seat.
Right there.
I'm bugging. Thank you. I'm bugging. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got a lot of music projects too. I don't know. Sometimes I think I'm crazy, that I'm insane. And the reason why is because I have so many thoughts and how urgent it is for my thoughts to become a reality. You know what I'm saying? And I just can't sit still till it happens. Like, I could literally have 20 ideas and I really want all of them put into effect. I gotta see it. I gotta try. My thing is, the minute I'm finished with something, I gotta be starting something. So every day I want to finish something. Okay, look, I gotta get it. Oh, okay, gotta get a little iced tea. Gotta have the water in there. Every day I want to finish something, and every day I want to start something. Because it's exciting to finish, and it's exciting to start. But a lot of people start, but they don't finish. They don't have the stamina to finish. Finishing is a big deal. That means a lot to me. When, like, somebody says, what are you looking a person to, like, invest in, or at least invest time? I want to see if they can finish something. Everybody talks about starting, and then once they start, they don't want to see it through because it's hard work. And that's not character. That's just talking. There's so many talkers out there. So many people tell me that they want to work, and I be like, I hear some cameras, and then they don't show up. I be like, I thought this was your dream. There's some movie cameras out there. Go ahead. I thought you was creative. It's editing equipment. You was talking all that shit. Now what? And then they start making it like you did something wrong to them. So that's the reason why they don't want to do it. Or I'm supposed to pay them to do some shit for themselves. Shit, you could. I promise you. I wish that's why I tape everything. Because you would. The people's perspective is crazy. Hold on, to get the grind. But at the end of the day, my animated energy is not negative, it's positive. I hate this grinder. Bum ass grinder. Nothing worse than a bum ass grinder, right? I used to grind with a metal because I don't like the metal.
Is that one better?
Oh, that's why Foxx with you. It was right in my face. This one's good. See the King Desco joint? Got the King Desco grinder. King Desco. I like to brand all my brand everything. Always did that. I'd rather make my own than buy something with somebody else's name on it if I know how to make it. No reason for that. So yeah, man. I hope everybody is focused. I hope everybody's ready for grind time. I hope everybody on this page is inspired. I hope everybody on this page understands that you have to have a purpose to fight for in life. And I'm going to say that every day. So, if you don't have a purpose, you're going to be depressed. If you don't have something you love to fight for, you will wake up depressed. And you should love your children. You should love your girl, your boyfriend. You should love your family, your mother, your father. Your whole goal in life is to make people lives easier that you love. A puppy. If y'all notice, I keep puppies around me. I love taking care of puppies. I love taking care of my woman. I love taking care of my kids. There's nothing better. There's no better feeling than taking care of the people you love, watching somebody you love laugh. You know, like you want the people you love, their life to be like Christmas every day, but they got to appreciate it. It's not like you want to just give them shit and they get entitled, but you do want to make sure they don't have the same struggles as you. If my children were going through the same problems that I had, then I haven't done my job correct. My children might have problems. Everybody has problems, but damn, for sure, they're not the same problem. When I was their age, the problems was, nigga owe me money, or, I got to beat somebody up to pay me. I got a cop, motherfucker got killed. Niggas pulling guns on niggas, like that. My kids don't even comprehend that shit. And the reason why I went through that and survived it was because I'm going to do the right thing when I survive. I'm going to help people not have to go through that, But like if you a gangster or whatever, or whatever gangster you think it is, and your kids is doing what you doing, then you're not a gangster. It ain't nothing gangster about, helping your kids do shit that's illegal. And you got to remember, no matter what, your kids gonna want to be you. Even if you're a dick, they still want to be you. You're your children's biggest influence. You're your little brother's biggest influence. So you got to make sure that you lead by example. Like I never want to disappoint my son and look like less of a man in his eyes. I couldn't even imagine that shit. Like, even if I lose, he'll see me fight. He'll be like, damn, that nigga fought. That wasn't a loss. He ain't going down. On my daughters, they got to feel safe. You got to provide consistency. Consistency is important for children. And I learned that just through having children. You know what I'm saying? In therapy, court. It's crazy. In some funny way, court did a lot of good for me because it made me go to therapy and really understand that, how important certain things are to children that you don't understand. But then you kind of got to think back to when you were a child and what was important to you and what bothered you. So what makes you think that's not going to bother your kids? You know what I'm saying? So I try to not do anything that I know bothered me. But the one thing my kids will never do, they'll never question if I love them. It's crazy. I fight to see my children, where most children fight to see, not most, but there are children that really wish they had parents. And my kids be taking that for granted sometimes, and I'm glad, that they could take that for granted. I want them to think that's normal, that their father should be fighting to be in their lives. And, Tallulah curves me almost every day. I'm coming to get you. I don't care what you say. Period. Or I'm stopping by the house, whatever. I got to see her every day. She's only gonna be a baby for a little while. Kids is only kids for a little while, and it feels like forever in the moment. But that shit goes quick. I still feel like I'm a kid. I don't. I'm having so much fun. That's another thing. I don't know, B. People be depressed and shit. I've been having a ball the whole time. Not even in the bad times. I'm having fun. Life should be about fun. You got to find the light. There's no reason to sit around and be depressed. There's no reason to be unhappy when you could be happy. It's a choice. There's no reason to be scared of shit. If whether you're scared or not, the same shit's gonna happen. So what the fuck's the purpose of letting fear stop you from doing shit? Or sit around and think about shit? A lot of shit you think about when you get high, right? Back in the day, I didn't high because I used to get paranoid. Like 20, 30 years ago. I would just sit around and get high and start worrying about shit. And then I would think about all that shit. That's why I started getting paranoid. I was like, I worried about a lot of shit. Damn near none of that shit happened. So I spent all that time worried for nothing. So I tend not to worry about shit unless I have to deal with shit. For me, as long as there's no jail and as long as you're not sick, there really ain't no reason to be worried. Or death. Everything else in between that is good money. So every single day I don't got a call saying I got something terminal or somebody got to do a bid or, somebody got killed, funeral. Every day I'm celebrating that day because those days happen. There's no getting around that in life. There's going to be some really fucked up days in life and you deal with it because everybody else deals with it. You get through it. But in between those times, you should be trying to have as much fun as possible. Period. Have fun. Yeah, I don't know why people be thinking I be mad all the time. Anyone that knows me say that's one of the funniest people I ever fucking met. I have fun and laugh all day. I don't even go to sleep. I fall asleep because I'm mad, and I wake up mad early because I'm even right. Every day I wake up. I wake her up every day. I knock on her door. Right or wrong? Don't front.
Unfortunately.
Every day. What you doing? It's time to get up. I just worked out. Let's go. We got to get to work. Let's have some fun. Fun. She want to be a night crawler and shit. While niggas asleep, she want to creep in the studio. And, I'm about that action. You know what I'm saying? Period. I go to sleep like fun. I wake up. Where's the fun at? First you look at your emails, make sure you ain't getting no up shit. Then we back to fun. You know what I mean? Fun. If it doesn't involve fun, don't do it. If you're around people that's not fun, get the fuck away from them because they're contagious. They're sad. No reason to be sad. Too much fun to have out there. I'd rather laugh. And I don't even know no other life. So y'all got to remember, man, I've been doing this since I was a kid. So I don't know no other life. This is normal. This is the normal to me. So people be like, I think this is normal. I don't think this is unnormal. I think my life is normal. I know it's not normal, but I don't know. And I wouldn't want to live any other way. I've been able to be a big kid. I'm gonna be 49. I'm 49. I haven't had to grow up yet at all. I don't know about work 9 to 5. I never had to do it. I gotta appreciate that. I've been able to live a certain way, but I fight for that every day. I know if I was sitting around waiting for it to come to me or sitting around celebrating Rockefeller and all that day 20 years ago, I'm not doing that. I'm not living in the past. I'm living better now than I ever lived in my life. And that's a stat to me. I know what it was with Rockefeller. I know what it is here. This is the best I've ever lived, best quality of living, best cars, best everything. Call that. I promise you. I get the best bed, get the best wake up, best food, best friends, best everything. No stress. You know what I mean? Just independent, being creative. Don't have to go outside to get the money. What's better than this? It's nice out. That's why it's hard for me to go back to New York because it's winter. Or look what happens in the pandemic. You got to stay in an apartment. You're on a backyard and shit, elevator buttons and shit like that. If I was to live in New York, I'd be in a penthouse, right? So that means I'd have to go to the top floor. That's when I lived in New York. I lived in a penthouse. So that means every time I got in the elevator, I'm the last to get off the elevator. And everybody, I ain't doing all that. You got I want a backyard and a view. So I always feel like I'm outside when I'm inside, And that's what I was fighting for when I was in the city. I was like, actually, I lived in the city till I was 40. No, 40. I've been out here for 6 years. So 43. So I lived in the city the first 43 years. I had houses everywhere though, so I traveled a lot too. So I guess it's different. But I think being lean, the social distancing thing, is going to make people really see they don't need so many people in their life. You should just choose the people that you can have accountability for. You know what I'm saying? So now you have to have someone around you. If they're going to be around you, you got to know who they were around. You know what I mean? Who's you around? Well, did they get sick? Did any of their friends get sick? So you can't just have anyone around you right now. Why am I at the office today? I wanted to bring some socks to the comedians because every comedian comes get some socks. I wanted to, the editor will be here in a minute. So I wanted to kick with the editor, just quickly from a distance. Woo, and then I'm out. You feel me? But at the end of the day, if I'm blessed enough to have a building to come to, then I'm coming to it. That's my thing. I'm not going to just let it sit. If I got a block, it's going to click. I'm not going to sit here and say, because nobody else is working and you're not allowed to go outside and da-da-da-da. I don't have to go outside. It doesn't mean I can't. I can still work, so I'm going to work. And I'm going to work harder. There's less distraction. And that's even great because nobody could just come in. Before, it used to be kind of, people would be in here coming through a lot, right? A lot of distractions. It took a lot to narrow that down. Wow, we did it just in time. We edited it right. This shit, I don't know. Our timing was just like, I don't know. Yo, what's the basketball season gonna be like next year? So if they let you go outside, you still gonna want to go to an arena? Like football, like are people gonna still want to be in 50 places where there's 50? I'm not. I wasn't doing that. Fights can still go on, but you're not gonna still have that feeling of a crowd. You're gonna miss that. You know, and when they reopen up, they're gonna have to remake it, configure things. Like if you go to a movie theater, are the seats gonna be 6 feet apart? You know, like what the gonna happen? Oh, there's no more movie theaters. AMC went out of business. How is it going to be movies if there's no more movie theaters? They all out of business. What about Macy's? What's Macy's going to do? Whew. Your line is just in Macy's? Oh, my God. Shit. Imagine having $100 million company in Macy's right now. Crazy. It's crazy. You know? It's crazy. How long you think? I think after there's a vaccine or a cure or a medicine, which, you know, you have to test medicine. So that would take about 1.5 years at least if they had one today. You know, I think after that, I would say maybe 2022, it'll get back to normal. I'm not going to lie. 2021, they might start letting people, you know, there'll be something, you know, it'll be different, but it won't be like I don't think people will be comfortable until 2022. I know I probably won't. But that'll go like that. You know, what I think about is I'd be like, yo, a lot of people do bids, you know, they be in jail. And they're way worse than quarantine. And they got to sit down and do 10 years, 20 years, and it's under a whole different kind of circumstance. This is not that. So you got to appreciate it. You can't be mad. You got to think like, damn, what about people in jail? Not even people in jail now. People that are in jail when there isn't no corona. It still feels like corona times 59 billion. You know what I mean? For them. So if they could deal with it, it's tolerable. Don't think it's the worst in the world. Just think about how to enjoy it and be productive in it. You know, that makes the most sense. You know, but do remember this. The world will be different. So if you were prepared for the old world, now you have to kind of think different and say, okay, I invested in the old world and it doesn't exist anymore. So let me be smart enough to come out in the new world ahead of the game and figure out what that looks like. So let's say what I'm saying is true. You can't come out the house really for, you know, till 2021, 22. What exactly are you going to do? Stay calm, write down, and start trying, you know, start doing something. So, because to me, I got to come out of here 10 times better. Watch. And if not, I'm going to try. And I'm not going to be mad if I don't. I'll be mad if I don't try. That's what makes me mad, when I don't try. And then I never know. So I just got to swing. I just feel like I'm a land, you know, it might just come real quick. You know what I'm saying? Period. So again, you know, I like kicking it with y'all. I'm going to be back a little later. I'm sure I got a couple of Zooms to do today. Pause. And, you know, we'll kick it later. But I want to kick it with y'all, for me to y'all, talk right to y'all. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to listen, if you're going to apply anything I said that's positive, then I didn't waste any time. You know? And either way, it felt good saying it because I felt like it was positive. So I feel like I did my job. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. As long as you spread love, you're doing your job. You know, even aggressive love is love. You know what I mean? So spread that love. See how it feels. Do your job. Your job is to spread love. Do your job. Your job is to take care of people and love other people. Do your job. That's what the general does. Fight for love. Go fight for some love. You know what I mean? Go fight for some love. Oh, what's up, Daru? My nigga Daru, one of the best drummers in the whole world. Rock and roll, jazz, any kind of drums, he'll give it to you. Pause. Play with the White Stripe, Jack White, and all that. Rockstar shit. If y'all notice, I know a lot of rock and roll people. You know what I mean? Because I like the fact that they're disciplined enough to play instruments. You know, and there's a real love and passion for the music and shit. You know? And all the rock stars I know would play for free. So when Daru comes around, oh, we got to mix that shit. I got some shit with Daru. We should mix that too. We got to mix that. Daru was the old DD 172 days, the Senseis. Y'all remember the Senseis, the ski and all that? Yeah, that's him. That's Daru. So what's up, Daru? It's a like-minded revolution, you know. Within our revolution means there's self-awareness. We know that we're number one, but all humans are equal. But we're not number two. And whoever's on that wave, any color can I fucks with. But anyone that's like racist, black or white, if you stupid, if you hurting instead of helping, then I'm not fucking with you. Yeah, Black Rock was the wave. I could check Black Rock out. That was a good time with the Black Keys. But I didn't even like the way they carried us afterwards, man. You see, they never did a show after they blew up. They ain't do no show. You know, they ain't bring none of us on that stage. It was Black Rock, but it's, you know, I mean, it was Black Keys, but I ain't seen nobody black on that stage. You know what I mean? Period. But it is a revolution. I got a record called Revolution. I'm gonna put the album out. It's up there. It's up there, right? I'm ready to put that shit out. I'm gonna put the Black Guns album out. I just want to get some visuals, more visuals with it. You know what I'm saying?
It's out on Dame Dash Studios.
But if you want to hear it, the album, you could hear it on Dame Dash Studios. But I'm gonna put it out officially. You know? See how many people hit that too, pause. You feel me? You know? So yeah, make sure when you come out of this, you come out of this stronger. Come out of this better. Come out of this ahead. You know? If you're sitting around, you're gonna be a soldier. Also, don't be a lab rat. Because to me, every time they say go outside, it's an experiment. Because it's never been done before. And then you go outside and you'll see how many people got killed outside, come back inside. We can't do that. That's an experiment. We are not lab rats. You can choose to be a lab rat, but I'm not doing that shit. Even though I don't go outside anyway, I'm not going outside. They're going to have to pull me out. Pause. You feel me? But I wouldn't do it. I don't suggest people subscribe to that. I think let's sit back and watch it for those that want to play those games. I would advise not to, but I'm going to sit back and watch that one. You know, I ain't going back outside. The dumb shit. Ain't no boss going to be able to tell me you lose your job. You got to risk your life for a job. Now that's crazy. For some shit you don't own. Man. But I'm going to be outside and I'm going to be outside doing some other shit that's going to yield crazy. If I'm going to risk my life, it's going to be for a big check, not for no bum shit. I'm going to tell you that right now. Period. You know? That shit in Florida, they let him back in Florida. The next day was like 1,500 new cases. On some stupid shit. I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Not at all. Not at all. I'm not. Oh, Dr. Conti. Let me get Dr. Conti on there. Let me see. Let's see Dr. Conti. Let's see if he can get it. He never get it. Talk to a real therapist right now. My friend, Dr. Conti, but he happens to be a therapist that's on TV, number one leading therapist. He declined it. Why you always do that, bro? You keep declining it. You know what I'm saying? He always gets on there and declines. I knew he was going to do it. You know what I mean? And go check my brother. I think it's Serial Thriller. And if you're doing the short films, he's running that thing there. You know? I don't know where he went. Anyway, Kafan Beauty, how you doing? Kafan, did I say it right, Kafan? What you mean you was in, Dr. Connie? You declined it. You know? It's funny what we good at and what we bad at, you know? Be a genius at one thing. I'm foolish with this too. I ain't gonna lie. Who's that? I'm seeing. Let me see who's in there. Let me see somebody. All right, I'm gonna add somebody. Let me talk to somebody. Next time I come up. It comes up like every time, right? I can go down. Let's see. There's one. Let's see what's the talk. Let me see. Gloomy Official. Let's see what she's talking about. Sometimes when they ask and then when I click them in, they don't stay in. They don't. Oh, here comes somebody. All right, here we go. We connecting.
Yeah, damn, it's looking this prime, my nigga. You say you love to laugh. I had to come up here and make you motherfucking laugh, bro.
No, look at this.
You see, I'm relentless in the comment section, my nigga.
Hey, look at this thing crazy. Look, the Joker.
Hey, what's up? Yeah. Salute to you. I see your hard work. Yeah, you got you waking up early. You gotta be early this motherfucker. Hey,
Yo,
man,
why,
look,
I see.
I'm
Why
I'm
don't
stocked up.
why don't you shoot a short film?
Hey man, I'm down to do any kind of work, bro. For
Like,
minimal pay, bro.
no pay.
You see, I'm
See, make a film so we can put it up in the short film section. You could, because that's a little scary right there. You should do a movie or some shit
come
like
on, man.
that.
It's litmus time, bro. I gotta be
Scary.
scared a little bit. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm down to work, man.
He's crazy.
Straight up.
All right, bro.
Man, thank you, bro. Thank you for the opportunity, man.
It's all
For
good,
real.
man. Keep on pushing.
Yeah, man.
He's crazy. So.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna hit the X, my nigga. My
I
bad.
didn't want to. I didn't want.
Pressing the wrong button.
Yeah, you want me to hit the X or you?
I hit it. There you go. I didn't want to like kick him out and be rude, but that was kind of scary. I ain't gonna lie. Right? That was crazy. Hold on. That was nutty. Hold on. Niggas is bugging. Let's see. I think I'm like, oh girl, I don't want to play this game. Let's see what Kelly Blaze is talking about. Whew, that just scared me a little bit, right? How was he doing that? What the fuck was that?
Why'd you have to show me?
Because I didn't know how to process that.
Yo.
What up, bro?
What's going on? I got a quick question. Quick question.
All right.
So I don't want to give out my IP out, right? But I want to ask what you would do. So you have a business venture, right?
Yeah.
This business venture you can't patent, right? You can't get a patent, but it's still a market for it that nobody's done. Now, you're not a money guy, right? You don't have the money. So somebody could see this and do it. Like a money guy could see this and then do it and put money behind it. How would you come at this? Mind you, there's a market for it, but you're not a money
I would
guy.
just do it myself.
So, but my thing is like, if you did it yourself, and I'm like a money guy like Nike or something like that, and then I just seen it and just put money behind it, how do you combat that? Like, how could I combat that? There's no way.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah.
I don't worry about shit like that. If they copy, they copy. Who cares? Because if let's say they copy, they'll probably open the doors for you. You know, they got a lot of bread, so you know it's not. They got billions of people. All you need is 100,000. So, for example, to me, I always thought of Netflix. Netflix wasn't Netflix. They were a digital company before. You know, they had like they were like a Blockbuster in the supermarket, and I always had the idea of a streaming service, but the market wasn't ready. So I gave the idea, not to say that they took my idea, but I told everybody so they could go do it, go waste their money f***ing it up. I could learn from it, and then when the market's ready, I come out. So I never really worry about being copied. I know I'm gonna be copied. Everything I do, everybody copies. So don't let things stop you from doing things. Fear, you could prepare, but don't make it stop you. Go get the money before they get it.
Right. That's
first of all, Nike can't make no moves right now, so you might as well do it now while they can't cut a check. So go ahead.
But that's what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing.
All right, you look like you're staying safe. I see you. You in the hospital?
Yeah. I'm a CS tech. Yeah.
Be careful. Big shout out to you, bro. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Appreciate
You're fighting
it,
the real. Now you really fighting the real fight out there. You in a war.
Yeah, man. I didn't think this was gonna happen. Like, you know what I mean?
Nobody thought this was gonna happen.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? But you take a job and it's just like, all right, I know I'm doing this, but then you don't think at how extreme it could get, and it's serious.
Don't kill yourself over that job.
Nah, I won't.
Be safe,
I was just
bro.
saying that today. All right, big bro.
Be safe, man, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Nice talking. He's like serious out there. He got the shit on and shit. All right, man.
All right, bro.
He out no. He's in the field. He's not fucking around. We got to give him his props. Let me see what else is up there. I'm still scared over the other dude. That was spooky like a motherfucker. My daughter saw that. She was like, ah. Okay, the girl. Let's get a girl. Keep thinking of it. Let's see. All right, let's see what we got going on. I'm waiting for Jersey Girlie. Here she go. Hey.
Hello.
How you doing?
Oh my God, I can't believe you chose me. Thank you.
I chose you. What's happening?
Wow. Well, let me just, I know I got my little 5 minutes. I'm a designer. I'm from Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
And I know the other day you were saying that out of all your ventures that you've made the most out of fashion.
Mm.
Now, I'll be 39 this year. So I know life is ticking. So, you know, my passion is art. My passion is clothing. My passion is anything that has to do with fashion. But right now, I feel like I'm at my best because I'm making these masks. So I feel like God is using me to create these masks. Now, I know you mentioned last week, anybody that's doing fashion right now, they not prospering, but really right now I am. So I just want to keep this momentum going. And whew, you gotta excuse me, I'm nervous. I really didn't expect you to see me. So I just want
So
to show
Danny
you.
checked in. I'm gonna tap her index. Go ahead. I'm
I'm
listening.
in my living room right now. My living room is
Show
a
me your
mess.
mask.
All I
Show me your
got,
mask. Show me your mask.
hold on. And then I want to show you some of my other stuff because the masks are popping. Don't get me wrong, but it's so much more to it. This is one of them.
Oh, that's nice. How much they cost?
This print is 10, but I also do like sports themes. Like I got the Eagles. These are 15.
Dope. Oh, that's dope. You should get a Raiders. I'm a Raider fan. That's dope.
But let me show you. I'm gonna show you some of my best sellers real quick.
But you sell it online, right?
See, that's the thing. Like I'm learning. Like, you know, I went to school for fashion marketing and management, but and I have 20 years experience in retail, but this is my first time working for myself.
Do me a favor,
So
right? Do me a favor.
yeah.
So you sell them for $10, right? Right? Make one particular one that costs $500.
I see people selling them for $250. I think that's a bit much, but
Well,
I hear what you're saying.
The reason is not for money, it's for branding.
Yeah.
So no one's gonna
Okay.
buy it, but because they can't afford the $500 one, they'll feel really good about buying the $10 one. It's just like buying a
I
Ralph
hear you.
Lauren shirt, a polo
I hear
shirt,
you.
etc. You know, that's all. See, when you start at $10, and that's all people will look at you at is a $10 brand. So that's why you have to be like when it's your brand and you put your name on it, you can't put your full name on anything cheap, or else no one will like. If something,
They won't value it.
well, it's just like if something's known to be at a certain price point, like I'm not going to pay $100,000 for a Hyundai. It just won't happen. You know what I'm saying? It's been
Yeah.
branded in my brain that it's supposed to be. So if you're going to sell something at a cheap price point, always make sure you have something at a high price point, and that's a diffusion of it, so people feel they're getting a cheaper version of it. Not the most expensive version of it can't be $10, or you'll kill your brand like that.
I feel you. The masks are treated a little differently. Like, say for instance, this is what I call my hot.
Is it the same brand? Is the same brand you're gonna put on clothing?
Well, put it this way. At first, I wasn't gonna do the mask because I felt like it was a way. I saw a lot of people capitalizing off the moment, doing Louis prints and this and that, and that's not me. I'm not a bootleg print designer. But I felt that there was a need, and I felt like God was calling me to do it. You know. But like, say for instance,
it's a good brand. Ferrari is making masks.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm just saying, branding wise, you have to think about branding. It's not about money. It's about branding. It's about how people look at your brand. So do you want to be looked at as an expensive brand or a cheap brand? Like, what would you compare?
I want to be at a higher price point. Yeah.
So what brand would you want to be? Like, if there was another brand that you would want to emulate, which one would it be?
Truth be told, I used to be a manager at BCBG. I love Max Azria, so that's one of my favorite designers.
BCBG.
So
that's like affordable price point. You know they out of business, right?
Tom.
You know they out of business.
I
right?
do know.
You know, you don't want to be BC. So why would you want to be someone out of business?
No, we're saying like as far as their price point and their design aesthetic, like.
But that's the reason why. Yeah, I wouldn't be BCBG. You know what I mean? You know what BCBG means? That means you got to sell mass. That's volume. It's a lot of work. That's why they out of business. I hear you. You know, like when you get into business, you have to really look at not what you completely like. You got to enjoy it, but you got to be realistic about it, right? So you got to say, what business do I want to be in? Now, this shit is going to take all my time and all my money, and if one thing goes wrong, you don't want to be in a business that has so much exposure. Fashion is the most lucrative when it's popping, but it's the most expensive one to get cranking because when you do retail, people have to order product ahead of time before you make it. and you don't
This
get
is
your
true.
money back for like 6 months or some shit like that. So
Yeah.
in my business, like let's say Rockware, I'll take volume. No matter what, I had a $40 million loan at all times because I always had to buy product, $100 million product ahead of time. When the product finally hit the stores, if let's say somebody ordered that didn't want to take it now, they don't have to. So that's called dead stock. If it doesn't sell, then I got to sell it half price and it eats into my whole margin. And what ends up happening is everyone would make money but me. The salesman and everyone that delivered it and everything else. And this is a big fucking hustle. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
But that's
I
the
hear
reason
you.
why I got out the business of fashion. I make clothes, but I would never be on a calendar because we do retail. You got to be on a calendar. You know,
Yeah.
everyone in retail is out of business right now. You know why?
This is true.
Because they had millions of dollars. Like if you were selling bathing suits and your whole business was based on the summertime, you got millions of dollars worth of bathing suits that were sitting in China and they can't be delivered. And now if they are delivered, it's too late.
Nobody's doing it.
And the stores are closed. So
Yeah.
you see, Macy's is out of business, right? Neiman Marcus is out of business. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
They out of business. You know, so that's why fashion is tricky. I like content and I figure out a way to do it. But branding is something that takes a while. Like to be a brand, it doesn't happen overnight. You have to be consistent. So when you're building your brand, you have the DNA of your brand, and then you have to diffuse. Like BCBG, I feel like, no disrespect, is like Bridge, kind of, right?
Yeah. Okay.
You know, it's Bridge.
Well, I say that because
I knew him. That's why I know that. I know homie. You know what I'm saying? I think he just died, right? I know homie. But when I was in fashion, I used to kick it with all of them. And I'd be like, that's a rough model, and your margins is little. You know, it's a rough game. Fashion's a rough game.
It is. And listen, I used to rap back in the day. I'm getting too old for that. So now I have to be realistic and look at it from this perspective. I have 2 daughters. I have one that's 18 and one that's 13. So at the end of the day, I'm just trying to show them, you know, I follow my dream. I follow my heart.
Now you're doing right. I'm just saying this. Sell those $10 masks, but just in case, it never has to sell. Just make one that costs $500. Not to sell it, just so they know you can make $500 masks because you feel like it. You understand? Like I make my suits cost $8,000, right? No one's gonna buy that suit. They can't afford it. They cost me $8,000 to make. If I were to sell it, they'll have to sell for 24 racks. Now I paid $24,000 for a fucking suit, but I know no one's gonna buy it. So they could buy a pair of socks. You understand what I'm saying? For $20.
Yeah. Yeah. So, to say they got a piece of it.
You just that was always my issue. She's without a designer line. What's Obama's wife gonna wear? What's Oprah gonna wear? Not wearing Macy's clothes. So, you know, you have to make something at a high price point just so people know that they're buying into a piece of something they can't afford. It's a lifestyle. That's why, you know, Benz makes 600s and Maybachs. That's not how they pay the bills. They pay the bills with them 200s, them 230s for people that want a Maybach. You know, that'll pay $50,000 for a $35,000 car just because of the name. That's where they get the margin.
Well, I think right now, like when you talk that boss talk, being your own boss, like I wholeheartedly feel you on that. I lost my job last year. In May, I worked for a major bank here in New Jersey, a credit union, and they treated me like shit. They let me go. They discriminated against me. And my thing is, right now, I'm in a perfect position because I can call my own shot.
That's right.
But it gets a little scary because, like I said, I'm getting older. I'm a single woman. I'm a single mother in a sense, but you know, doing it on my own, it's like I don't want to give up because this is my passion. But in the same token, it's like I want to be realistic because I want to be able to eat forever. I want to be able to keep something, leave something to my kids. You know, I don't want to have to work for nobody else again. So that's where I'm struggling.
Listen, turn the fear into confidence. Period.
Yes.
It's about perspective. It's not about am I, it's I'm going to, and then it happens. So if you're unsure, then it's not going to happen. Don't be unsure.
Well, I'm definitely sure. I'm very confident.
Don't even be
That's
scared.
the thing.
You said you're scared. Don't even feel that. Make that like if I feel scared, it make me hustle hard. I'm like I ain't scared because I'm gonna win. What's there to be scared of? I'm gonna just work a little harder. Whatever I feel scared.
Like you said, as long as you have your health, certain things lined up in life.
Do you notice that while you're working, you don't feel scared? It's just when you're thinking, right? When you're sitting still.
Yeah.
So don't sit still.
Yeah. And I'm never idle.
If you ever feel scared, just start working. You know.
Yeah.
But it's been nice. I'm gonna talk to you. I appreciate you, and you know.
Well, look at my jacket. Let me just show you my jacket.
Okay.
This is one of my sellers.
Nice.
I also do furs. I do faux furs.
I like faux fur. I respect faux.
You know, so like this is all self-taught. Ain't nobody teach me this. You know what I'm saying? But I thank you so much for going live with me.
No
And
problem.
I really respect you.
No problem. I got you.
And if you're ever looking for an on-site seamstress, I can give you my resume.
Bet.
And I
Hit
would,
me in the DM.
yeah,
I do need seamstress. You can sew. You do patterns and all that.
I could cut, sew. Everything I do is from scratch.
Oh, you gonna win? That's
Everything
big.
I do is from scratch.
You can make a
Yeah.
suit. You can make a suit.
Heart is not in make it. If I
All
can,
right.
I can make it.
All right. I got you.
Thank you. Save this live. Save this live because my friends need to see this.
I'll be
Thank
on it.
you.
You'll be all right. Got you.
All right.
Later.
Bye.
Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see if Jamie's still in there. So Jamie. Let's see. Let's see if she's still in the building. Let's see if she's still in the building. I can't find her. How come I can't find her? Yep. You know, I never say don't. Oh, I see Real Webstar's on there. What's up, Web? Oh, man, Webstar's is funny. Chicken noodle soup and all that. Yo, I don't see it. I want what you call it. I don't know how to do it. So, yeah, you know, I'm trying to get somebody back on the line, but I don't know how to do it. Nothing's coming up. Where's that? Let me see. Okay, here we go. See, this,
look.
I found
You
it.
can just press the roll to face it down.
Oh, I'm looking for Jamie. She's not there no more. I guess she broke up. All right, well, let's see what Keisha's talking about. Let's see what they're talking about. Somebody said spitting game with Dame. I like that. Spitting game with Dame. I'm waiting for Keisha. Let's see what Keisha is. I don't know what Jamie when she broke out. She was there for a second. I'm waiting. She's gonna deny me now. I hate that when somebody asks me to request them and then they don't pick up. What's happening, Jersey Girl Lee? Did we speak already? I don't know. I'm waiting for Keisha. Where you at, Keisha? I ain't even picking up. She's curving me. How you gonna call me and curve me? I don't understand that. You know, when it's waiting, that means what? That they're not paying attention no more. What's that mean?
Yeah.
They didn't accept it. It's just ringing. What does it do? Is it ring?
I think so, but
Yeah.
I don't think she's picking up.
Okay. Oh snap! Phoebe's in the building. My gypsy peoples in London. Now you should get on. Get on, Phoebe. What? What was I looking at?
Yeah. These two.
What's that mean? Oh, that's what I gotta do. All right. Let's see what we got. Let's see. You know, going random. Let's see what Anisha's talking about. Oh, Taj was on there too. I would have got on there with them. I didn't see Taj. Taj, you still on there? If Taj is on there, get on there with me, Taj. Pause. Talk that talk. Look, I'm getting curved again. I'm not gonna keep doing this, man. I'm trying to get everybody. I'm trying to get somebody on the line. You know, somebody's talking when I first pick up. Then I'm not gonna, they're gonna talk about 5 minutes or just, hang out. You know what I mean? But doing that. Do you think they can't pick up? Could that be it? All right, let me see. Let's get them out of there. Let's see what else we got there. So yeah, being an entrepreneur, you got to sometimes you get in a business and you'll be like, I love the business, but you don't know how to make money in the business, but you still get in the business. I think it's important to learn the business, know how to make money in it, so you're not wasting no time. Let's see what we got in there. Let's see this. Hey, what's happening? Okay. Oh, you take the bike. She's serious about it. I said, you coming on the bike. No Uber, none. Hello?
Yo, what's up, Dame Dash?
What's happening, bro?
How you doing?
I'm pretty good. You in London?
Yeah, bro. I'm in London. I'm in UK.
What's happening over there? I should be in London sometime.
Yeah. It's not bad. We're just quarantined, you know.
Yeah, we are too. Are you staying busy,
Yeah.
bro? I can't see you.
Well, you know what? It's 12 a.m. I was actually just in bed on my phone, so my
Okay.
light switched off. I'm just in my room chilling.
Okay.
But I had a question for you,
Yeah.
and it was about your mentality. Where did you get it from? Where did you build it from? Where did you get it from? Because it really interests me, especially your Breakfast Club interview that you had a while ago, where you had your
Yeah.
main man. I think you called him Daniel. You had Daniel there.
OG Daniel. That's my OG. Shout out to OG Daniel. Well, that's where I
Yeah.
got the mentality from. It was like Harlem. So, I was raised by extreme people that were coming up very extreme. And I didn't have to do all the stuff that they did, but they taught me a certain mentality. So I always once you're around certain types of people that are like really scary to other people, people that aren't scary to you. You know what I mean? So I was like, I just came off a block full of killers, and I never had to bust a gun, and I got treated with respect. And I'm never gonna let a nerd disrespect me. And I was taught to, if somebody disrespects you, you have to make an example out of them so no one else disrespects you. But then as I got in the business, I'm like, yo, y'all really disrespecting the culture, and y'all flagrant. I just don't know why everybody. And then the bullshit is just like, again, in the street when you're young, somebody could hit you with a pack, but you rather cop your own weight. So, you used to putting work on the street and being broke, but like I got to re-up. And, you're used to investing in yourself, and you're used to knowing that if you have a product, people will line up. So I just took the fundamentals from the street and put them into a legal way. And it's always worked. And the same kind of pride, fighting for what you believe in. Like, it's crazy what we'll fight for in the street. Like, we'll shoot a nigga for respect in the street. We'll go to jail for respect in the street. We'll kill our own kind. But when they disrespect us, we won't do about it. We rather do the time than just think.
I mean,
You know what I mean? It makes no sense.
Yeah. Well, where did you get the ambition from? Is what I want to know.
I just like buying. I like having fun. I like being up. You know what I mean? It's just I just like winning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's it. Like, I don't know what.
Yeah, I guess
I'm
I
not.
know a few people. I know a few friends, close friends like that. They just win. They're just winners. Anything they do, they just win.
You can't
They
see it
have
no other way. Because you know why? Because people quit once they think they lost or something doesn't go their way the first time. Someone that only knows when is like, there's no way that I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna try again, and I'm gonna keep trying. So it's a loss until it's a win. It's a learning experience till it's a win. But I'm not gonna quit. And usually, what I'm fighting for is something I love, so you can't lose.
Do you believe that people have something called the killer instinct? Like,
Yeah,
you either
everyone
have it or
does.
don't.
Everyone has a killer instinct. Hell yeah. Like, I look at people sometimes that are raised very like I look at my daughter, right? And I'm like, yo, if she was raised in the hood, she'd be buck wild. You know what I mean? I know, I see it in her eye. You know what I mean? I know it. You can see it. Like, some people are killed. Like, think about it. Like, if someone's in the hood and they were raised someplace else, they wouldn't be running around killing somebody or gangbanging or none of that shit. They wouldn't know about it. They wouldn't have to kill. Some people are put in the position to kill, and they don't think they're gonna be, but they do. Look how many soldiers go to war. Kids, regular, everyone got the killer in them. Ain't nobody that doesn't. That's why there's no reason to be scared. You could choose the instinct that you had. But if fear is implemented in your brain from the day you're born, then you're going to choose fear because you're used to it. I'm just not used to being scared. I don't like the way it feels.
All right. Well, Dame, I'll let you go now, but I just wanted to say I appreciate you. Obviously, I watch your stuff. It gives me a lot of motivation, makes me think about myself, what I want to do in my future and what type of man I want to be. Obviously, I'm 24 now, so I am grown already, but it just helps when you're from a kind of an environment where it's not ruthless anymore. We have it easy. Everything's soft, so.
Well, if you never experienced how rough it was, you won't even know that it was rough. You know what I mean? You'll think that bullshit is rough. So that's why sometimes it's good to experience some good that happens. You appreciate it and not overreact. You know what I mean?
Well, thank you for your time, man.
It's all good, bro. Okay, let's see what's next. So let's get some more questions. You feel me? I wanted Phoebe was on the line. Phoebe, get on, bro. Please get on, Phoebe. That's the OG gypsy. You know, I don't even know if I can say all that on the live, but those are real gypsies right there. Not gypsies. I don't mean to call them travelers. Travelers. I don't mean to call them gypsies. It's travelers. Travelers. Can't call a gypsy a gypsy. Let me see what Keisha's about. Let's see what Keisha's doing. All right. Let's see what Keisha's talking about. I think she covered me last time, right? Keisha Need. Hey.
Oh, hi. How are
you
you?
doing? I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. But I just wanted to just let you know, like I really I don't know how to explain it, but it's a long behind story. But I was diagnosed with MS, multiple sclerosis, and
Mm.
it doesn't really matter. But it's most people think it's very just big, major, crazy thing. But I have beat every single thing that has happened to me. And I really want to encourage all of those who are in the disabled community so that they understand that they are so much bigger. I want to, like, I felt like my feminine side was taken. I wasn't able to walk in a heel, couldn't put lipstick on, I couldn't do all the feminine things that I feel like I've lost a lot of those things. And I just want to give that back to them, just so they can. I want to do like fashion shows with anyone if they're moving their body in whichever way they can. It could be on a walker. Like I was on a walker, I was paralyzed on my foot. This one wasn't working, and then I had to use a cane. I had to use a wheelchair. So much stuff, a lot of stuff.
Mm.
I am currently, I can't believe it, I am 44. But over the past 44 years, we've seen a lot of stuff. And I was a stockbroker only for 13 years, ironically. They chose to let me go after I was just too honest. I'm a crazy honest person. I mean, I know it's because me Caribbean, or only half of me is from the Caribbean. And I'm trying to determine how in the world, since my income, Lord, has been decreased. I'm living on 15% of what I was making when I was working in the market. But you've given such awesome just ways to really understand how to just put a brand out there and how you can premium whatever service you're offering. If you give it value, like if you increase the value of everything you offer, it will adjust the way you're received by your audience or by your target market, all those things. And I thought it was just awesome because just based on the company I was working for, I can't say who it was. I'll be nice, Vanguard, but just
It's about that smoke.
I had to drop it, but I'm just saying, like, first of all, thank you for your knowledge and the way that you were able to help the seamstress. So she was making all the masks and she was doing it for 10. You told her to mark it up, take it up to 500 because that's done. That is how it works currently. La la la. I was watching with a lot of intent, but I don't know how I can because the disabled community, well, first of all, I know sign language, right? And the deaf community is the least served as far as languages and ways to communicate community, the globe. And every single language has its own sign language. I was trying to learn Chinese sign. It was hard.
Wow.
And it's difficult because it's just so it's kind of similar, but it's different. And certain letters, and even in the American alphabet, they're weird. Some letters make sense. This is the letter K in sign K. My name is Keisha. Okay, yes. But in sign, the letter X. And it's usually a shape, the hand shape. And that's how you can see it. Like this is the letter D. You can see the D. Dang. You can see the D. The shape. See. Yes, good job.
I
Yes.
mean, D, right? That's a D. In sign
Yes.
language.
In sign language, that's the letter D. Absolutely.
Thank you. I learned something today. See, I
I try
learned
to.
some stuff.
I do try
So
to.
you have a question?
Yes, I wanted to know, how do you think I could actually monetize like just my experience? The good thing is that I was there. Like I was in that
Real quick,
position.
I could tell you. Do a documentary on it and start doing little clips about your experience so people can learn from your pain. You know, the only reason why you survive something like that is so other people can learn from it. So
Exactly. That's what I absolutely
so
should
that's
do with.
so that's what you need to do.
I will do it. But I did start off on a
Make
YouTube
but
page.
do a short film about it and send it to us. I'll put it up.
Oh, okay. I'll send it to, where should I send it to? Dusk Poppington.
DDS short film.
Oh, DDN.
Gmail. Oh, I think I lost it.
So,
I think I lost it. All right. Let's see what else. Take one more. Let me go get to work. The editor just came in. Let's see. Who's there? Let's see what Misha's talking about. Okay. Wow. Chris Wright, you said the first flavor. Hey, how you doing?
Oh, hey, what's up? I didn't realize that you were actually gonna call me up, but hey, what's going on?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. Thanks for calling me up. Yo, I'm a big fan of yours. Everything that you like preach. I watch all your interviews, from your Breakfast Club interview, from like everything that you have on YouTube right now. I just like love what you're preaching and what you do. And I just really want to like just give you that shout out because it's very inspirational. I'm an entrepreneur
Thank you.
myself. I run a production company with my sister. It's called House of Malcolm. So
Oh, nice.
I do all the shooting, the video, and the photography for our production company, and she does all the hair, makeup, and styling. And
Nice.
so yeah, we've done a bunch of projects like here and there. I used to work at like Complex, edit videos and stuff for them, and then like after working in the industry, I was just like, yo, I can just do this stuff for myself. And like a lot of your talks have like inspired me to like open up my own production company. So that's what we did. So me and my sister, like we just got together and we're just like, yo, we can do this. Like we're doing it for these other companies. Why not do it for ourselves? Like we have the skills, so we might as well do it.
That's fly.
But
hey,
yeah,
real quick, I just saw Taj on there. Taj, get on so I can put you on. That's a hip hop therapist. But God, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. But yeah, I guess I didn't really have a question, but my only question is like how we can like work with you, like and like we have like
Well,
the people,
right,
the powers.
well, right now, if you could shoot something with a beginning, middle, and an end, and it's good, I'll put it up. You know, so shoot
Oh,
something
word?
to send to me. Yeah, definitely. I
Yeah,
mean,
what's
can't
the
nobody else
email?
do it. I could do it. If you're nice, I'll
Yeah,
definitely give you the plug. My block's quick,
yeah,
and it's not gonna hurt me to like sell some of your shit. Give it to me.
yeah,
So
yeah.
so send it to me. Send me what you got. I want to see your work.
Yeah, where should I send it to? Like where?
Send it to short film at DD. What is it? DDS at short films. No, DDS at short films. What is it? DDS short films at Gmail. Yeah,
PDS short film.
at Gmail. I'm doing a short films department. I'm about to open that up.
All right. A lot of the content we actually do
Short film.
is
DDS at shortfilm.com. DDS short film at Gmail. DDS short film at Gmail. Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of the stuff that we do is like short form content. We're more into like, so we create like videos for brands, like more
Why you
so
don't make
short
your own?
form commercial.
Why you don't make your own movie? Why you make a whole movie?
The money. It's like we
You got the
have all the
cameras. You
skills.
can edit. You got the cameras. You can edit.
Yeah, but it's kind of just like the people. Like we need more people than us. Like I'm always down to do shit for free.
No, you don't.
No.
You got a camera, a location. You got sound, an editor, and people. It might not be the biggest movie, but you can make a movie.
Yeah.
Don't wait for somebody to hire you. Make a movie.
Right. I have.
That's what I did. I was like, I'm making my own movie, man.
Yeah. Paid in
Because
full.
I made, I'm in my studio right now. You see my shit?
Yeah.
I'm in my shit. That's what this happened for me just doing it. Like me saying, I'm doing it. Like you could make anything work in the editing room if you know how to edit. You know that.
Yeah. I'm an.
So
I'm an
don't give yourself, never give you a reason not to do it. Try it, and if it doesn't work, then you can say I tried and then I ran out. But at least try it. Don't assume that you can't do it because they're telling you need these many people and this much money. That's just to control you so you don't do it. It's a lot cheaper when you do it yourself because you're not paying for dumb shit.
Right. Yeah, and I know what a budget's supposed to look like, so I do know how to work with one. But I have an idea that I actually want to pitch to you, but I'll send it to your email and like let you know. It's like a pitch that I've been working on. And,
all right, but if you got the camera, shoot it.
I need people. There's certain people that I want to interview and shoot with. That'll
the
make
best thing to do is show an example of it. You know what I mean? Conceptually, people can't think. You got to show them. So like that's how all my companies got. What I would do is I would make it just like my television network, and then I would partner up with someone or sell a piece of it, or get distribution from there.
maybe make like a trailer for it and then like pitch it
Yeah,
back.
just keep working. You got time.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
All right.
All
Nice
right.
talking
Thank
to you.
you.
I'm looking forward to seeing your work.
Thanks.
No, thank you. I want to see. Let's see what it is. They said she's fired. I should check that out. Damn, hope she sent some. Damn, I saw. Oh, this Taj right there. Bomb. I'm getting no. Oh, Taj was on there, so I got Taj. Got him. I sent him. Oh, he's connected me. There you go. The hip hop therapist live and direct.
Hey, what's up? I got a movie I want to send in too, man. What's up?
Oh, you know how to send it, bro. You know how we do. We good.
Nah, I'll just fuck with you. I'm gonna stay in my lane. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's good to talk to you. I could use a little conversation with a therapist anyway. But you launched the first episode, right? Yesterday?
Yeah, today. Oh, matter of fact, Roscoe, that the homie got out yesterday.
Yo, tell my son what's up. He's hilarious. We got to do this stuff. He's a cool dude. So can you explain what Healing is Gangster is to everybody, and tell them who you are for those that don't know who you are?
I'm Tajay. I'm an active therapist. About to be a doctor very soon.
In the car.
My show's called Healing is Gangster, and we deal with real people, real life. It's not just industry stuff. We take real people from the streets and real people from the culture, and allow them to talk about their experiences, and if I can help them with their experiences, then I will. But
Well, I could personally say this. I personally been speaking to you for about a year, and you've seen me go through a lot of different things, defining things, and definitely our conversations help me prepare for those things and help me to react to those things. Understanding your triggers are important, I think, knowing which really can make you go ham. You know what I mean? And knowing how to recognize it in the moment of emotion, knowing how to look at things from the bright side. Someone was asking me, where do you get your perspective from? It's just from my conversations. I take the good from it and I have reassurance. And in our conversations, you give me validation that I'm doing certain things right to keep doing it. And I do. And it comes out better, and I just advise other people to do that, and there was something that you said that made a lot of sense. A lot of these therapists, and you're in school, their studies are not based on black people, they're based on white people.
yeah, exactly. And most of the approaches, and like, the testing, the statistics, it's all done on white folks. You know what I mean? Which is something that I'm actively, and people like me are trying to change. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, in regards to your progress in particular, I mean, as a therapist, I feel like it's not my job. Like, a lot of clients come in and they'll expect me to tell them what to do, basically.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's not really my job. My job basically is to empower you to tell yourself what to do. You know what I'm saying? Which most people, not you in particular, but just in general, most people just don't trust themselves, or they don't have the capabilities or the tools to really get through the emotion that they're feeling and get the real answers from themselves. Because if you get dependent on one person to tell you what to do your whole life, is that really therapy? Is that really help?
Right.
No, it's not. So
It's
my
just,
job is to,
it's just like
yeah,
somebody working for me. I'd be like, yo, I'm gonna make you a
exactly.
partner. I don't want you to work for me your whole life or be
Right.
addicted to me. Right.
Right.
You
So,
know,
yeah, I feel like I just, with your situation, you talking about it and putting it out in the air helps you kind of decipher, what to prioritize and what to do.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like a visual whiteboard. You're right. You're right.
Right.
What I want to talk about today is the fact that I'm really feeling appreciative every day. It's making me happy because I feel like everything I worked for is now paying off, and every day I
Yeah.
wake up excited. And it's crazy because a general gets excited when there's a war. He gets excited when there's peace and they can, but if there needs to be some change, they've been preparing for the fight.
Oh, yeah.
And you
There's
know
no peace. There's no peace without war.
exactly.
And
And
not every war comes with guns and weapons. Sometimes the weapons are, different things. You at war with yourself.
weapons is
You
old
know?
school.
Yeah,
Nobody does weapons no more. That's just the facade. People are way more evolved than weapons. Weapon is barbaric. What they're doing now is completely different. So the war we're fighting is a mental war, it's a
exactly.
perspective war, and it's a breaking a pattern war, right? So
Right.
what I'm saying
Exactly.
is every single thing that I've warned people about, I'm like, be sustainable on your own. Don't depend on anybody else. Do something that gives you residual income, and there's direct to consumer relationship. We could cut the middleman out, and you never have to come outside, right? And I put the
Exactly.
whole bank on it. Like literally, I stopped everything I was doing and just started preparing for now. Now I didn't know it was going to be a pandemic, but I knew there was going to be a time where it made no sense to have a big staff, have a bunch of inventory, and to be doing something that doesn't give you any kind of residual income, and also to be working for somebody or to be depending on somebody else's money or be depending
Yeah.
on the government to take care of me. So right now, soldiers are sitting down and the real generals are fighting. And I'm feeling like a real general because I wake up happy. I prepared for this war. I feel like my bases and my camp is really plush. I feel like my weapons are loaded. I feel like everyone's unprepared that I'm fighting against. And I feel like I'm completely prepared. I feel like the people that I care about, I've done enough that they're prepared, right?
Yeah.
So it's been a long time when a lot of people were like, even you, like, yo, we got to put this out. And then I'm like, it's time, I'm telling you. And it's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
you, it's like 20 people that are right
Yeah.
now going, whew, it's a good thing that we didn't put that shit out when it was crowded. Now,
Right.
so I didn't know why. I just said it's the timing. It's just for some reason you just gotta get in. Sometimes you gotta like let certain things be on cruise control as it relates to the speed in which your dreams come true. You know, like sometimes you want something you want to happen right now. If it happens right now, your dream might turn into a nightmare. If you're
Yeah.
patient, the dream turns beyond the dream. You know?
Well, I mean, it's like, rest in peace to Nip. It's a marathon.
Yeah.
Like, and that's life. You know what I'm saying? My whole life has been that marathon, and you know, just like you were saying, a perfect example is that, yeah, you told me, as far as the shows, be patient. You know what I mean? And at that time, you was the therapist. You know what I'm saying? And like, yo, just chill. You know what I'm saying? And it's real. You know what I'm saying? But I think the one thing that you're doing that's so dope that I see every time, like I watch the live or every time that I tune in to what's happening, is I see the public, like not just the staff, but the public being more independent. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Say, hey, yo, I got this movie. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I got this, I got that. You know what I'm saying? I want to push it myself. And as far as my input on that, I think the first thing that you need to do those things is confidence in yourself. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Be able to jump off that porch. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes, you're risking it. And that's why people, I think, feel comfortable in waiting for people to do things because it's easier in that sense where it's not so much of a risk when you're jumping off the porch and you're just like, yo, this is mine, this is me, this is what I got. They gonna either like it or they gonna not like it.
Right.
It's like
Right.
fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And I think the example that you showing as far as, just just do it. You know what I'm saying? If it don't work, do it again.
Yeah.
You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
the
That's
thing,
empowerment. You know what I'm saying? And that's where
absolutely.
you judge for true success and how many people you inspire. Feel me? So
Well, the whole thing about my platform, whether it's Instagram or whether it's streaming service or television, is you're going to be entertained, but you're going to learn from it. You're going to walk
yeah,
away with something. Like, I'm not getting on this IG Live ever just to talk or just to
right.
floss. The purpose is to observe the process, what it looks like to fight. So I'm like, yo, I'm telling y'all to fight because I'm fighting. And y'all might say, well, what's that look like? This is what it looked like. This is what
Yeah,
it looks like when I fight. This is how I
right.
fight. I become more productive. When everyone feels weak, that's when I get strong. This when I beat my chest. This is when I feel like a gorilla. You know, I want to see who's weak. Now I'm looking to see. Everyone was talking shit. Everyone was acting like a general. Everyone was acting like they wanted a war. And now they got one. And now where they at? You know, now some
Right.
people are standing up and some people are not. Some people are built for the revolution. And being built for the revolution doesn't mean you schedule it. It means you prepared for it when it happened.
Yep.
You know?
I mean, and the good thing is, you know, a lot of people are not even aware that they built for this revolution.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem that I come into with a lot of my homies and a lot of people that come from, you know, our neighborhoods and things like that, is that they built for this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They just don't know. They using all those gifts to go fuck up our own people. You know what I'm saying? The same gifts that it takes to go out there and risk your life for this, that, and the third, you could be risking your life to help yourself, help your family, and help your people. You know what I'm saying? And the one thing about this revolution, this type of revolution, you got to be ready for the bull too. This is where the mind comes in, where you got to stay strong, because it ain't all peaches and cream being independent. It's not all peaches and cream, you know, being in this revolution. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
As we both, you know?
the crazy thing about this war is it's not a physical one. It's about the smartest, right? So you didn't have to be super tough to know to go inside and wash your hands. You know, like even the people that are physically tough, they're going outside, they're going down. They're bringing it back to the. I mean, it's not about physically tough. It's about being smart. That's how you have to be smart, tough. Now, if you go outside, you could go outside, but you have to be completely prepared. You know, you can't be slipping at all. You have to be completely considerate. It has to be a necessity. It has to be for something. It has to be worth something. You have to be smart. Right now, the way to defend yourself is to be productive, is to think. You know, this is not a physical war in this moment. Unless you're not smart. It becomes physical because you could get sick physically, but you don't have to fight somebody to defend yourself from it. All you have to do is stay the fuck in the house or be ridiculously clean and give people their space. But you gotta stay productive. You know?
I think too, a lot of the, you know, I think what people are having problems with psychologically is they're not accepting the situation. They're using more of that energy on how things work, and they're mad because things aren't how they work. You get what I'm saying? When they need to just accept the situation. That's the first thing people need to do, is just accept the situation for what it is and say, yo, this is what it is. All right, now what am I going to do within this situation?
Like for example, I'll call certain people and they'll be like, oh, I think it'll be over this time. It can't last this. And everybody, I say, listen, 2022, 2 years, 21 June if we lucky. You know, just logically. Period.
Yeah. I mean, if it comes sooner, if it comes sooner than that, then let it be. But at the end of the day, it's not gonna make much difference to me, because, you know, I'm like a chameleon. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the atmosphere is, whatever the situation is, that's what we're gonna do.
We're gonna survive.
You know what I'm saying? And that comes with a level of acceptance. If you don't get to that level of acceptance first, you're not gonna be able to focus on what you got to do.
Exactly.
Period.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
So
and I've learned a lot of that watching you. You know, not just the time that we've been, you know, kicking it, but just over the years, just being able to blend and you know, still be disruptive. Because I don't mean blend in by like blending in with everybody else. I mean blend in with what's going on, like in the environment.
Staying out the way.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like even being at home or being in your studio, we still being disruptive, because we disrupting the way things have been going for the last hundreds of years. You know what I'm saying? By empowering mind, which is something, like you said, that can be done mentally. But if we don't ever come to an acceptance of our environment, then, you know, I've seen people be in solitary confinement and you know, use that mental discipline. And I'm not talking about being at home. I'm talking about real solitary confinement.
I know. The real,
you know what
quarantine.
I'm saying? Yeah. And you know, that's where the real tests come in. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I encourage people to just, you know, don't focus on what it was, because it's not that.
Exactly.
Look
it's
at
never
what's
gonna be the
happening
same
now.
again. Accept it. And it's gonna
Accept that shit and move.
And to me, most people hated the world as it existed before anyway. They weren't on top. So I'm like, yo, if it's a new world, we starting from reset. I'm coming out on top of this new world, and everyone that was on
Right.
top of the old world, they going to. I'm beating them. They not starting. I'm getting the head start. Fuck all that.
Exactly.
I'm getting the head start. So I look at it as a positive time, despite the negative. I think it's always important to find the light in the dark, and always to find the good side, the learning experience from the bad side, and what you apply is what you yield, and that's what you got to do.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah. Sorry, and sideways minute because I had to plug up, but yeah, man, no, that's real. You know what I mean? And that's all come from my own, having to talk to people and learn myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the one thing. Again, that goes back to my other point. That I see a lot of therapists sometimes make the mistake of, especially when they be like on these platforms, is like, it's not so much about telling people what to do. Like, we have to empower these people to be able to make these decisions on their own and come to these things on their own, which I think that's what you all about. That's what you know what I'm saying? And that's therapy, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Straight.
Exactly.
Hey,
All right, but so
hey, that nigga Monop calling me and
John Monop, tell him I said what up.
yeah.
He's funny.
Yeah.
Tell him I said what up. Tell him to holler.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna holler at him in a second when I
So look, you have the shows coming out. What we're gonna do once a week, right?
Yeah. Well, the clips are gonna be running all week. You know what I'm saying?
But every Monday and Tuesday we're gonna put out a new show.
Yeah, well, the clips, like, we still got more clips coming for the first show.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So about every other day, you're gonna be seeing a new clip from the show we just presented. Like yesterday, we just showed a clip of the Roscoe show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now tomorrow, you're gonna see another clip and another clip, and then come like Tuesday, that's when we're gonna drop the new. Then you're gonna be seeing them clips.
Nice. All right, I'm with it. I like that. All right, bro. So, thanks for the therapy. I appreciate it. Everybody saw it. Healing is gangster. But, we're gonna get on we still got to get on the Zoom and do it.
Oh, yeah.
And also, we should invite people to the Zoom when we do it.
For sure.
All right, bro.
Shit.
I'm going to get Jamie.
All right,
Jamie's
bro.
in the building. I'm going to have my nigga.
Deserve 100.
Let's see what Jamie's at. All righty. Let's see what the Jamester's doing. Uh-oh, she's picking up.
Hi.
Hey. What's
Sorry,
happening?
I was on a live with Unite Hair Care.
Oh, your hair looks nice and pretty. You cut it.
Yeah, I took all my extensions out and then cut 6 inches off of my hair, so now it's all short.
I like that natural look. I always like you natural.
Thank you. What are you doing? You at the studio?
Yeah, we working. Look. Look.
Hey, Jamie.
Hey, Boo. Where's Rocky?
She's in the house. She doesn't come out.
Okay, good.
You know that. So look, this is what happens. I'm gonna show you. So yeah, the editor right here. We don't social distancing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because I know you know. So boom. We're doing she's editing the comedy. Yeah.
Hi.
Bond, right? And then we got you know what's crazy? We were saying that this girl is gonna play you in the movie. Cynthia. She was like the guest girl, Victoria's Secret model, but she's doing all the comedy in here right now. Look.
Oh, nice.
See?
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
everybody's being safe in there, right?
what? She's being super sub, y'all.
Hi.
What y'all drinking? A Corona? That's funny. They still make that shit?
No, these dudes know how to be nice to me. The kid came in with like a 6-pack of beer, but it said like Stella Artois because he didn't want people to see him with the Rona. So we had the Rona in it like a Stella Artois package.
All right, well send one over here.
Oh wow.
So every day she has like 4 or 5 comedians in here. And then we that, but then also we editing all the other stuff. But we still working.
Dope.
What you been up to?
I'm in San Diego right now, still with the nieces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Every day, I know they just love you.
Yeah, they're cute. Here, look, I'll flip it and show you.
Sexy auntie.
Look at what they're doing right now.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. They are. Yeah. it's good. It helps keep the time go by fast, you know, because right now all we have is time, you know.
Well, you know, for me, it's like a regular day for me. Nothing's changed. I'm taking this time to work double hard because nobody else is working.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And all my numbers are up. So while everyone's sitting down looking at reruns, I got all this new stuff. I got a lot of shit we filmed. That's why I wanted you to be here so we could get it together and we can still be filming. But we got all of that stuff. But then we're making new stuff. And really, literally, again, I was just talking to the therapist, and you just have to accept it. Just, you know, it is what it is.
Right.
This is gonna happen maybe till 2022.
Yeah.
Definitely 2021. And if not, that's great. But you got to be prepared, and you have to realize life is not going to be the same moving forward.
Right.
And that's not a bad thing, because a lot of people weren't doing so well in the old life. But if you sit around and you don't prepare for the new life, you're going to end up behind again.
Right.
But my business model is exactly, you know me, social distancing every day.
Right.
And you've seen the last year, I started editing people, and it got least and least because it doesn't make sense to have a lot of staff because you got to pay a lot of staff. So I've always I was working to prepare my situation so I could do it with one person.
Right.
So it's safe. And I got the cameras. I got an editor.
Yeah.
I got a lot of, you know, so now I'm gonna get busy. I got scripts that are being written so that 3 people can shoot them.
Yeah.
And I have enough time to quarantine them, and we still gonna be safe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill them. You're gonna see a real general. See, whoever's sitting down right now is a soldier.
Yeah.
I've been telling you I was a general for a while. Now you're gonna see what it looks like.
Well, and also too, as long as I've known you, you don't really keep a lot of people in your circle to begin with, so this is not going to be hard for you.
I mean, you know, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure you're good. That's all.
I'm good. I'm great. You know, there was only like a few days where I was kind of sad. I told you I felt like just like this whole thing was kind of a bummer, and then I changed my perspective. I shifted from being sad to being appreciative of what this is teaching me and what this is giving me. And then I kind of, I don't know, I just did this instead of doing this. And I think a lot of people are doing this instead of doing this. And so I just changed my perspective, you know? And as long as I've known you, I don't think I've ever seen you sad. Like everything that you've been through, especially in the past 6 months, like you are never like, oh, I've never once heard you feel sorry for yourself. You're always like, that's life, that happens. It could be worse, on to the next. And I think that's inspiring to me because it's hard for people to feel that way. And it's contagious because you're just so even keel all the time.
Well, it's easy for people to talk that shit.
Yeah.
But what happens is when I talk shit, I get confronted with the things I talk about.
Right.
So if I'm telling people to be strong and fight and you can't be sad when certain things happen.
Right.
Certain things happen to test me to see how I'm going to act if I'm really talking what I'm walking, what I'm talking.
Right.
And that's I take pride in that, of talking about being strong and then having the ability to showcase it when it happens.
Right.
It's like I want to deliver. I always want to be a man of my word. I never want to pretend I'm something I'm not.
Right. Which you are.
So that's why it's important to lead by example right now.
Right.
Right now.
Right.
You know, because a lot of people be talking shit when there's no war, and they talk strong, but then when a real war happens, where the f they at? They sitting still, you know?
Right.
So I want everybody to know who you are because you're famous. You were on the tattoo ink and all that. Tell them everybody that.
My name is Jamie Foxx. I'm a TV host. I hosted Tattoo Titans on CMT and a show on Freeform, which used to be ABC Family, called Oh My Josh. And then I work with Inked Magazine, which Dave and I are in talks with Inked Magazine on doing some stuff together. I've hosted shows for DDTV, interviewing.
Yeah, you're hosting, and you know you was the spokesperson. Then you just evaporated, just left us.
I didn't evaporate.
Just poof. We had gluten free game. We had all that.
Yeah.
All type of talk shows and shit.
We'll pick that back up. Rocky is such a good cook, and she inspires me so much because she's so good at being creative.
Bro,
you know,
she's killing. You don't understand what she's doing right now.
Yeah.
You do not understand. She's taking it to a whole nother level. Because, you know, we finally got to transition her out of the business completely
Yeah.
And now she's focusing on the thing she loves, which
Right.
is taking care of me.
Right.
And she's doing a great. I mean, every day the food is on levels that you just cannot understand.
Yeah.
Just can't understand, right?
Yeah.
Ask Nicolette. Nicolette, what's the African food game like right now?
Oh, it's so good. It's like a restaurant.
It's like a restaurant.
Yeah.
It's like a restaurant every
No,
day.
it's true. Like she puts together, like when she made that chicken fried steak for you. I'm from Texas, you know, I'm from Dallas. And when she made that chicken fried steak with Beyond Meat, I was like, yo,
That
that's
shit is stupid. Now she got this
incredible.
breakfast. Ooh.
Incredible.
I can't wait to see what we're gonna eat tonight. I can't wait.
What do you
But,
think she's gonna make?
I don't even know. I forgot to look. She was mad at me when I left.
Why?
She be mad because I left.
Well,
she hates when I leave, and I'm not mad at that. I like that. But
you
it's
know
really
why.
nice. It's really nice by the pool right now. It's off the hook. So
Yeah.
after today, I'm straight pooling it. I'll be in the office. I'll come by when the sun goes down.
Yeah.
But today we have some shit to do, and I want to finish these episodes so I can put them out like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you guys feel the earthquake last night?
No.
Good.
I didn't. I usually
Good.
feel it. Did you feel it?
No, because I'm still in San Diego, so it
You
didn't
did?
make it all the way. Nicolette felt it?
What time? What time? Why you ain't say nothing?
It was like 3 a.m.
It was. Why you ain't come up and be like, you all right? Why you didn't do that?
Cause nothing happened. Like
Anyway, you know, Nicolette. Nicolette has album is done.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so she's gonna put out the first single. She got 2 videos coming out. That shit is alright.
Will you have her sing "Hot Bitch" right now? It's my favorite song.
don't make me.
That's a personal one. That's a personal one.
Hot
We'll do it later.
bitch.
I'll give you a private show later.
Wait. Tell her what?
I said I'll give you a private show later.
Okay.
She's blushing again. Yo, you made her blush. Wow, it takes a lot to make her blush. Wow. I like that.
Well, I love you guys. I'm gonna go. I have to go take care of the nieces. They're staring right at me at this window. But you
I'm
guys
staring
stay.
at you too. I'm staring at you too. You look good.
It's the hair. It's the new.
It is.
Hair.
I will pull that mother. I will just yank it. I ain't gonna lie.
Is there anything left to pull?
That's enough. I get it.
All right. I love you guys. Stay safe.
Bye, baby.
Stay safe. Miss you. Later.
Miss you.
Yeah, Jamie's the homie. You know. So I gotta get to work. Let me see. I gotta get to work. I appreciate y'all. I'll probably be back. Actually, I got a 6 o'clock, I think, right? Or 7. 7, I think. Or 5. I got a 5 o'clock. Damn, I gotta do that. With OG. Or OG Ryder. I'm about to get on with OG Ryder. And his stories are serious in the Bishop. So we're gonna kick it. Check that out. All right, y'all. Peace.
If you want another amazing video with the one and only Dame Dash, check it out right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.